Hey, what up, YouTube? This is Pearson again. Um, it's the end of the day. This is kind of the progress of the drawing I'm working on. I actually been struggling quite a bit. I was trying to play. I was actually playing around with this area right here. I don't have it recorded or anything like that, but I did. I was thinking about extreme contrast on the left side of the face and the body here. And I've been really thinking about how much light from the flame I want to give the impression. I was worried. I'm mainly worried about creating this effect that there's his head is right next to this fire, and since he's pretty much immune to it, I don't know how bright I want to make this and how much more of a yellow transition on the left side of the body I want to start doing. So I was playing around with that, and I was playing around with extreme contrast with color. As you can see, there's a little bit of blue here, and there's a little bit of blue here, and some green. I was experimenting with those tones, and I struggled quite a bit with this for the rest of this day, actually. But this is kind of like where it stands today. If I can show you kind of like my layers, I actually have. This is something I was working on before. I had this layer right here. I don't know if I want it even now. At the time when I was working on it, that kind of looked good because I had these other colors on there. But now I don't. Now that I look at it, I don't know if I want it onto my piece. So you got, your layers, your color. This is one color layer, and this is kind of like the other color layer, where it's kind of haphazardly painted on there, but I kind of like that where you can see the lines going, the color going past the lines. Obviously I have the ability to keep my color inside the lines, but I think there's something interesting that happens when you don't do that. And I have the gray layer here. If I want to delete some of this other stuff that's occurring, remove it. I think we do this. This is like the underdrawing, and this is the underdrawing. Notice how bad it is. Notice how bad that is compared to the next drawing, right? And then this is probably closer to the final line work here. Where is it? Right here. Yeah, so it's pretty close, just a little bit cleaner. And there's very few times in my drawing process, at least as of right now, that's not good. Oh, there it is. At least as of right now, where I use the steady stroke feature. I only use it on certain things. I used it on the tail and the flame, but the rest of the line work is done by without any computer assistance via the steady stroke feature. At this point of my drawing ability or drawing studies via drawing digitally, I really just want to practice how to utilize the drawing tablet without having assistance. If anyone has any suggestions for me, I would gladly try to implement them. But mainly, the suggestions would probably have to be relegated to the color and color theory sections, and how vivid of a light source I want to apply here. I know he's a little stiff as a character, as a drawing. If you're going to suggest like textures and stuff, unless you attach a tutorial of sorts, I don't know if I'd be able to apply it on this piece, because right now I'm just trying to really get used to improving my drawing alongside of improving my ability to draw digitally. So I'm trying to do one thing at a time, and then when I get more well versed drawing digitally, I will definitely start messing around with the power of using textures to improve my digital work. But I don't want to depend on them for everything. So that's why it's pretty much all done by hand at the moment. But I really like the process, and I really like what's happening with it. And if you like it, please feel to subscribe and maybe kind of watch the progress. Maybe give and while I give a little bit more commentary on these pieces. Um, yeah, unfortunately, it's just me showing the work and kind of talking about it. I can't. I don't. I haven't set it up where I can record it in real time and then talk about it as like in a commentary section, like I'm making comments as it's happening in real time. That'd be kind of nice, so you know what my thought processes were. But at this point in my YouTube streaming career, if they're really, it's not really even career, just YouTube streaming post is this is what it is, and I'm gonna have to deal with it at the moment. And I'm really just kind of having fun doing these type of drawings. Next time I'll be much better at drawing Charizard, because I've kind of have an idea about how I personally will pursue the character. I'm not quite set on his head here. I think I could make his head a little bit bigger. I kind of like the way I dealt with the legs and the hands, although I feel like this giant wrist type of area feels a little exaggerated, but it's kind of neat to see that. I like the idea of having his exaggerated flame being larger and larger as he's evolved from character to character, So that's kind of nice. I do enjoy the extreme contrast on the side plane of his face. And I'm just having fun. And that's all I can ask for. And I hope you enjoy this little bit of commentary and a window into what I'm doing with my work. Thank you, and have a good night, YouTube. Bye.